I hope you're doing well and staying safe and encouraged. I just thought I'd hop on here and share a few things that have been on my mind that have been challenging but also encouraging me in these last few weeks. So I'm going to read a short passage from John's Gospel, and then I just want to draw out two things that I think are helpful for us. So John chapter 13, I'm reading from NIV. And verse 2 says, "The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God, and he was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, 'Lord, are you going to wash my feet?' And Jesus replied, 'You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand.' 'No,' said Simon, 'you shall never wash my feet.' And Jesus answered, 'Unless I wash you, you have no part with me.' 'Then, Lord,' Simon Peter replied, 'not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well.'" And as I was reading this, I was really struck by verse 3, where Jesus, it says about the fact that Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power and that he came from God and was returning to God. So he got up. So because he knew of the power that he had, what he chose to do was to get up and put his servant clothes on and start serving. And I think it's so challenging but also relevant for us today with the whole racial justice that's going around. And I think it's easy for us to feel like, well, I'm white, there's all this privilege that I have, and I kind of just feel guilty, but that's where I stop. But actually what Jesus did was because of all the privilege that he had, he put on his servant outfit and he started serving the people around him. So I just want to encourage you that if you feel like you don't know what to do with your privilege, well, Jesus is a good place to start, and following him is probably the best thing. So I just encourage you to find ways, ask him about ways in which you can serve the people around you, and help to bring justice and peace to the world. And then another thing that I wanted to share is from verse 8, where Jesus comes to Peter and Peter says, "No, you're not going to wash my feet." And Jesus' response, it really struck me. He said, "Unless I wash you, you have no portion with me." And as I read that, I thought, this is challenging, because how much do I want to have a portion with him? How important is it that I get a portion with him? Am I willing to let him cleanse me? Am I willing to lay down my life and just let him cleanse me? Because that means that I'm going to get a portion with him. So I want to encourage you, but I also want to challenge you, because I think in churches we can preach the gospel, and the gospel is good news, and we need to encourage each other to walk closer to Jesus, to follow in his footsteps. So I just want to challenge you that if there's things that you feel that God has brought up in the last few months, or weeks or days, that you might think, I might need a bit of cleansing here, then can I just encourage you to bring them to Jesus? And he's so faithful, and he's not going to cleanse you in a way that, yes, it will be a bit painful, but it's worth it. So I encourage you to do it. And also, if you feel like there's a lot of waves that just come to cleanse you, and it kind of feels like, God, I'm drowning here, I want to encourage you to keep going, because there's so much value in what you're going to gain, and what you gain is Jesus. I hope this encourages you. I just want to encourage you to keep going, to keep pressing in, keep asking God, what is it in my life that can be changed? What is in my life that you want to cleanse, that you want to take out and rip out? And it's not easy, but we get Him, which is what we need. So I'm just going to pray at the end, and I hope this has been helpful for you. Jesus, I thank you that you are our good shepherd. I thank you that you love us and that you never bring things up to shame us, but that you bring them up so that you cleanse us and you make us more like you. And I thank you that you are for us and you're not against us. I thank you that you put on the servant outfit and you came and you served. And Jesus, we just want to be more like you. So I pray that you encourage us and that you help us just to seek your face and to be obedient to the things that you want to do in our lives. Amen. I hope this has been helpful, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all soon. But until then, stay safe and stay encouraged.